wanna get high, man?
Let's stimulate your mind.
Get up, Chucky!
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Rojan Kim.
Hello, and welcome to the Rojan Kim cast. It's me, Rojan Kim. Thank you for joining me today for episode 192. We're nearing the end of August. It's the 28th. 2 more days until the end of everything. No. I wish I was a doomsayer. That'd be cool. I mean, I guess it would be a very specific podcast. Sometimes I do feel like, the podcast, maybe I should have a niche. Maybe I should only just talk about one thing all the time. Like some people talk about murders, and that's all they talk. Everyone is a murder. It's a new murder. I mean, there's tons of people being murdered, so there's no shortage of murders, and that's what they talk about. And other people talk about like gold. It's a gold. They talk about, or Bitcoin, or there's a lot of things to talk about, and then you just talk about that. It'd be crazy if you had a gold podcast and then you just started talking about smashing Susan B. Anthony's headstone or something, like I do, just go on random tangents. But that's why, I get to hide under the guise of comedy, right? It's all a fraud. I'm a fraud. I'm a grifter. I'm just here to spread hate speech through the obscurity of comedy, through the I'm just basically using comedy as a shield while I spread my message of hate. And so there I am. Here I am, an agent of hate, spreading my message. Thank you for listening. I shouldn't be thanking people for listening. Fuck you for listening. I hate you. I wish I could be hateful and have that be a hate, like really embrace that. Is it, am I afraid of commitment? I'm just too lazy. Too lazy to like put on stuff. You know what I mean? I'm lazy. I can barely put on clothes. Like I don't want to put on any clothes I don't ever want to wear, really. You know what I mean? I don't even want to wear shoes I don't want to wear. I don't want to do stuff, in terms of like I do things that I don't want to do to better myself or my surroundings or the people around, like to try to improve things. I'll do that. Those things aren't great, but I don't want to do other stuff. I don't want to participate in things I don't have to participate in. I don't know. Especially nowadays, it's like everybody, you're sort of compelled to have opinions or announce opinions or something. It's social media. Social media is turning everybody into an activist. Social media is also amplifying, voices. So if you have a certain opinion, it's amplified. There's an algorithm that amplifies you. If you have other opinions, you're shadow banned, which I probably am being shadow banned. I am being shadow banned on Instagram. It's what's going on. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter. My numbers are the same. Because nobody ever listened to me. So thank you, Instagram, for, I think, at least I can get some shadow ban clout. I think actually I've gained some followers having been shadow banned because there's probably a separate shadow ban algorithm for all the people who are into the shadow ban things. Because, like, why would you want to pass up that sweet shadow ban money? If you're Instagram, those clicks, every click is something. Every click is a possible dollar. It doesn't matter if they're good clicks or bad clicks. You know what I mean? You just want to make sure that it looks like all the things you're supporting on Instagram are good, right? But I'm sure there's a separate algorithm for evil. You know what I mean? Or a separate algorithm for whatever the undesirable, deplorable thinking is, which I think I fall under only because I'm not deferential. I don't just go, yeah, whatever the blue team says, I'm with them. Whatever, I'm with her. Whatever. I don't, Warren, whoever it is, Biden, I don't, whatever, as long as you do that, especially here in LA, you're cool. But I don't do that, and I just don't care. But I don't do, I'm not like on the other side. I'm not a Trumper either. I just don't care. I don't care. I talk about it a lot. Sure, for a guy who doesn't care, you sure talk about, because I do care. I care in the sense that I recognize that it's the hypocrisy of our leadership, right? Claiming moral high ground, saying that they care about truth, justice, law and order, all of that, but they don't really care. They're both grifters. They don't really give a fuck. But I do think it is doing something people, I don't know. I got a DM, okay? Somebody slid into my DMs. And it wasn't sexual. I mean, was he gay? Yeah, but this has nothing to do with the DM, okay? It wasn't a gay. I mean, it could be maybe. I'm really bad at reading into people hitting on me sometimes, so maybe it is. I don't know. You can tell me if he's hitting on me, but I don't think he is, okay? So he says, do you think Jacob Blake being shot was justified given his actions and not flinching from being tased? Interested in your opinion since you seem unafraid to voice unpopular opinions. Okay, now what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Is he asking me to fuck? Is he? No. Do I think he was justified? Interested in my, like, what's your opinion? Coward. You like, tell me what you think. What are you doing? What are you know what that is? That feels like, like in Mad Max, you know what that is? That's bait. That's bait, right? Or it's a trap, like Admiral Akbar. That's what that is. It's a trap. It's bait. It's a bait. It's a trap with bait in it, and I'm supposed to take the bait, and the trap's gonna get me. And what's the getting? I don't know. Screenshotting. What if I say, yeah, he should have been shot. Like, what if I? No, it's either it's like a yes or no. Do you think he was justified? Yes or no. Do you think he was justified, given he didn't the tase? I don't even know I saw the video. Fucking sucked. It was a dude getting shot in the back by the cops. It looked like he was getting in his car, going for something. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't the, I empathize with the guy getting shot. You know what I mean? That must fucking suck. But yeah, I can understand how people would try to empathize with a cop. It's hard for me though. I'm not like anti-cop, but I'm like, I'm a lot of people think I am a cop, you know what I mean? A lot of people probably think I'm an undercover cop, and that's fine. I have that look. I get it. But, I've been accused of being a secret Trump voter, right? Because I give off the banana vibe. I get it, banana, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. But I think I'm more what you would call a bruised banana. You know what I mean? Where I'm yellow on the outside and on the inside, I don't trust cops. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've been through too many experiences, but on the other hand, I know cops personally, and they're just people, so I get that too. The whole thing is like you're asking, me if the shooting was justified. So I don't even know. We have to define. You can't see. This is a problem. People are having these really important conversations. This question is a question for the criminal justice system. Do you understand? It's not. That's why it exists. Because if you let people decide, people are emotional, and then you'll have mob rule, right? Mob rule. The people just ask for blood. People will just, and then innocent people just start dying left and right, and we've been through this before. Okay, we've been through this before, and that's why we have the things we do. Now, on the other hand, let's say the criminal justice system is corrupt, okay? Maybe because of systemic racism, okay? Maybe just because of money, right? War on drugs, which I don't hear anybody talking about. War on drugs is really the reason for all of this, a big reason for all of this, the militarization of the police, the taking of the Patriot Act and turning it towards drug use, right? Instead of like looking for terrorism, they kind of like shifted it to drugs just because, why not? Because once you have a little bit of power, why not use it a little more? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, he's asking me if this shooting was justified. What does that even mean? He doesn't even define what it means, justified, right? So I had to look it up. So according to Merriam-Webster, it means aligned to a margin, right? So in that case, I'd say no, the shooting probably was not justified. I don't think the bullets would be neatly aligned like that to the margin. I don't know what the margin is, maybe his spine or the side. So no, okay? It was not justified in that way. But wait, there's a second definition. Justified. Was it right? Yeah. Was there justice? Was justice done? I don't know. Now that seems like a big question. Seems kind of like I got to be, a judge, okay, in order to judge it, like a judge who went to law school and was a lawyer and was appointed by the state to be like an impartial, like observer, but also to uphold the law and say whether or not something was justified, whether or not something was a crime, what the sentence for that crime was, stuff like that. That's what judges are for. Now, of course, you're saying, hey, they're all racist. What if the judges are all racist? The judges are all racist and everybody's racist. Well, then what? Well, then I don't know. Then I guess, okay, I get it. Smash it all. Burn it all down. Burn it. I get it. Okay? So I think that's what's going on, is that people have lost complete trust in the criminal justice system, and I think rightly so. Okay, I go on and on about weed and the drug prohibition and how it created mistrust in the cops. I mean, this goes all the way back to when they're Elliot Ness, right? Like guys who were cops busting people for drinking and then going to speakeasies themselves and fucking drinking, right? And nobody said shit and everything was like, it was just kind of like, fucking cops are just... They're just corrupt. They're just fucking gangsters too. That's just all that does, right? It's all drug prohibition does. DEA, right? The drugs that entered into America through either the CIA or the DEA, through Bill Clinton, right? Bill Clinton, who was governor of Arkansas, the whole fucking... Is that Barry Seals or whatever his name is? That whole thing. How they ran the cocaine through Arkansas. Bill Clinton was governor, and then, and then he becomes president. Yay! And then what does he go into? Bill Clinton, basically the first white trash president, right? The first hillbilly president. What does he do? He sells out the hillbillies. He sells them all out. With the NAFTA, he sells them all out. He also sells out black people. He also sells out women. Like everybody who voted for him, he basically sold them all out. And if you look at his record, you can see all the laws that he passed and all the things that he did that basically helped push the Democratic Party to the right, to tell the ruling class that, hey guys, you can come over here to the Democrats, like we're gonna be, come on over, and then the Republicans were like, well, do you like fucking kids? Because we got a plane and we got this whole thing with them. And he's like, yeah, man, I love fucking kids, man. Like I'm Jeffrey's my friend now, so it's just corrupt, right? It's both sides. Both sides are grifters. Yeah, that was a generation ago. Now we're here now. You think Obama was like a good man? You think he was a good man? But he's rich now. How did you get rich? He got rich coming out of the presidency. Black Lives Matter started under Obama. The cops were killing people while Obama was president, and nothing. Did he do anything about it? I mean, he just came out and was like, "Oh, Dad." It's like, you look like my son. You look like my son, and that was it. That's all I do. Look like my son, and that was it. And we had we tortured some folks, and that's it. That's like, he says something really pithy, and it's like, all right, yeah, he means it. He drinks the water, but then he's off now. He's at Martha's Vineyard, right? Everybody's all like, what's Obamagate? Obamagate is what you walk through onto his estate at Martha's Vineyard, okay? Because he's now part of the ruling class, or at least one of the managers of the ruling class. He's not like, super, super rich. He's not like, I don't know, the Koch brothers or some shit, or whoever's fucking Soros, or who are all these billionaires funding things. He's not like that, but he's got a bump ski. He's up there now, and that's fine. That's what happens, right? That's what happened. That's what the Clintons did for the Democrats, and the Obamas deserve to get their riches for doing their time, okay? And that's what that is, right? So, back to this question, right? The guy asked me, do I think it's justified? I don't know, man. I don't know. You're asking me to be judge. He's the judge. Everybody's judging. Everybody is now acting like they're judge, jury, and executioner because they've lost faith in the criminal justice system. Of course, because of the corruption. And I think rightly so. It's corrupt. It's corrupt beyond belief. Is it racist? Sure. But I think, let's just say everything's racist because this is because of systemic racism. Okay. So then if everything's racist, nothing's racist. Okay. Now you've just mooted it all out. It's all just like, that's just how it is. It's just everywhere, like ether or whatever. Like it's just everywhere, like the Holy Spirit. So now what do we do? There's nothing we could do about it. Well, you just fucking just punish it, and there's no place to go from there. So I basically would like to just say that it's corrupt from the point of view of money, right? And also fucking over the poor and then dividing the poor. And the poor now includes the middle class because the middle class has been so eroded. Dividing them all by race so they don't understand that, oh, what we need to do is unite and then take on the wealthy, the ruling class. Take them on. You have to take on the managers of the ruling class and then hopefully turn them against the actual ruling class so that, they'll give up some wealth or who knows. I mean, a lot of times that, like I talked about last time with the critical period, there's just a period of time where things can go any which way. Bad could go bad, but great things could come out of it as well. Okay. So, I mean, look, isn't this a great country? It's great. Yay, systemic racism. Okay. So anyways, people are now all supposed to be like judge, jury, executioner. It's just too much. It's just too much pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much pressure. It's just like we're just normal people. We shouldn't have to do this. We shouldn't have to. But everybody is doing it. The NBA is doing it. So, celebrities are doing it. Fucking everybody's just fucking, trying to be the judge, the jury, the fucking, just to be on the look at the video, analyzing video evidence, trying to talk about what's in people's mind states, right? Like people. So then you got. So I didn't answer the guy. First of all, I didn't answer the guy because I felt like it was a trap. Secondly, because it's not my place to be answering. I don't know enough. I saw the video. It's fucked up. I hate to be that guy, but I don't, that's, I don't know, man. Fucked up. It's all fucked up. But the thing is, this has been going on for a long time. Cops are just fucking shooty as fuck. They're very shooty, right? They're just shooting everybody. Shoot everybody all the time. They'll shoot everybody. They'll fucking bust into they'll shoot your dog. First of all, they love shooting dogs. Cops love shooting. They bust and they see a dog. That's pow. Cause nothing will happen if they do that. Pow. They'll be like, I got scared by a dog. Right. And that's kind of like what they do with black people. They go, I got scared by the black guy. Pow, pow. And then people are like, oh, okay, we get it. It's kind of along the same line. Right. Like, shout out to my buddy Caleb, who actually has a joke about this. But that's just, cops are just shooty as fuck. They're just trained to shoot. They're just trained immediately to just pow, pow, pew, 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 pew. Like, no matter what, like, that's just their answer, Like, if they see a mosquito, they just go pow, 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 It's just like, oh, pow, pow, pow. They're just, it's like they're all fucking in the Wild West and, ready to draw at any draw, pilgrim, pow, draw, fastest draw in the West, pow, 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 right? In LA, the cops, they don't even ask questions anymore. It used to be like, shoot first, ask questions later. They just shoot, and there's no asking questions anymore. They just pew, 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 pew. Those are my gun noises. Pew, 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 pew. They fucking... they don't even get out of their cars now, especially after Christopher Dorner, the whole thing with Dorner and like him killing all those cops. They're like, fuck that. They just stay in their cars and shoot people now. LAPD is now doing drive-bys. Okay. They just have just said, fuck it. We're embracing the culture. They just roll up. They just see a guy, they're like, oh, look at that guy. It looks like he looks like the suspect with the bank robbery. And they're like, yep. Let's roll it, and they roll up, and they fucking drive by, and just go pow, 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 just LAPD, motherfucker, and then fucking drive off, and they drive off, and that's just, it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, especially with climate change and all, all those emissions and stuff. So I think I applaud Mayor Garcetti's initiative to change all the LAPD cars to Teslas. So that they can now do their drive-bys with zero emissions, right? I mean, if you're going to do drive-bys, at least save the earth while you're doing it. And the great thing about Teslas is that they're quiet. They're very quiet. You know what I mean? You could just creep up. They could just creep up on people now and just pow. They could even have silencers. The LAPD could just have, just those like Tesla trucks with a bunch of cops with like silencers, and it just rolls through the street, just silent, just no sound at all, just rolling through the street. And then they're like, look, there's somebody without a mask, right? And just silently, look, there's a homeless guy doing meth, You know, they just fucking look. There's like a group of homeless guys. There's a lot of homeless guys being shot. You know what I mean? That would probably be the easiest thing besides dogs. Look at those dogs. Actually, in LA, if you shot a dog, that would probably be it. The cops know better than to shoot a dog. You shoot a dog, the people will come out and just rip you from limb to limb. You know what I mean? They'll drag you out of that Tesla truck, and the other cops will just be like, "Oh, we surrender. Just do it." You know, they'll just take the one guy who shot the dog and they just rip him to shreds. You know, with their bare hands, like it was fucking Walking Dead or some shit. You know, just rip him to shreds. Okay, and just leave him there. And then they all go back home. I don't know, to go watch Umbrella Academy or something on Netflix. I know something on Netflix. Who Barack Obama is, of course, executive producing. All right. So I don't know. I just don't ask me no questions like, do I think he was? I don't. Who cares what I think? I don't care what. Who cares what you think? Who cares what anybody thinks? Okay? Who cares? I mean, something happened. What happened? The dude got shot in the back by the cops. Why was he shot in the back? Was he running? He was getting in his car. Okay, look, all this shit is supposed to be settled, okay? Someplace, some kind of investigatory. Otherwise, what are you saying? Are you saying we should just go by our mob rule, by our emotions? What do? Do we go and get the cop and rip him from limb to limb? Rip him from limb to limb. Yeah, rip him from limb to limb, you know? So there are all these protests, naturally, of course. I mean, it makes sense. People are angry. I'm not saying don't be angry, of course. Yeah, you can be angry. Be angry about it. It fucking sucks. Cops have been killing everybody. But like I've been saying, they're shooty as fuck. They have been killing lots of white people. They've been killing them in droves. Fucking YouTube it, Google it. There are dudes just dying left and right, okay? People are getting shot. They just are. This is just, you know, they don't care about certain people, and they care about other people, okay? You can see it just in the way it's reported. It's always like, black man gets shot by cop. Black man. They're using the race to divide people, okay? It's all divide and conquer, okay? And you could see it happening. So now, protests happen in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where this thing happened. This fucking kid, Kyle Rittenhouse, comes from like Illinois, crosses state lines with a fucking AR-15. 17-year-old kid comes because he wants to protect small businesses from the protests that are going on in Kenosha. Okay, so he's clearly he used to be like a police cadet kid or whatever. So he's clearly got like a Captain America thing going on. He's taking it. He has become. See, this is what I'm saying about people have lost faith in all the criminal justice system. So on one side you have people being like, we're going to be judge, jury, and executioner because the entire system is corrupt. And then on the other side, you have a kid being like, you know what, the cops need me. You know, the cops have lost all power, you know, because of the corrupt politicians, you know, and they need me. You know, he's lost faith in all the institutions too, as a 17-year-old kid. And so he's armed. Okay, he's armed with a rifle. He goes to fucking with a little fucking medic. You know, he thinks he's in a war. He's LARPing, except this time instead of sticks and pepper spray, he's brought a real gun. You know what I mean? He's brought a real fucking thing, and now shit is getting real. Okay, this kid who should have just been a regular old school shooter, okay, now is all into politics and is activated, and he's a conservative. Okay, and this is what's going on. This is what's going on in this country. All right, where you have kids, you have school shooters who are now getting into politics. Is that what we want? Great. Are you happy, America? School shooters shouldn't be believing in anything. They should be fucking putting on Joker makeup and talking about nihilism. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't believe in shit. Everything should be. Shouldn't be a 17-year-old boy, and the edgiest thing to do is to vote Republican when you turn 18. That shouldn't be the way, but that's where we are. Are you guys happy? Because that's where we are. Okay, that's what is that. Becoming conservative as a young person is like fucking, you know, punk rock. You might as well stick a safety pin through your nose. Right? That's what nobody cares about that. If you do that, they're like, yeah, you're expressing yourself. That's great. Okay. It used to be like, you know, sexuality. If you went gay, if you were gay, or if you were, you know, trans or whatever, that was edgy, right? But now that's acceptable. That's good for you. Good for you. So now it's what is not acceptable is to be conservative, you know, law and order. And I believe in the Constitution. Like that's what's dangerous. Okay. So you got this fucking kid with the gun goes down there. He ends up fucking shooting 3 people, right? Because the fucking shit goes down. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I read something about somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at him. Somebody tried to grab, one of the guys who got shot tried to grab his gun. Okay? But thankfully, all of his victims were white. Thankfully, all his victims were white, so we don't have to worry about it. One was apparently a vegan, the other one was apparently a pedophile, and the other one had a gun. The other one apparently had a gun. Maybe, I don't really know. Who am I to judge? See, I don't know. These are just things I read, but I can't judge from that. They gotta sort out all that shit. Okay, and so maybe the criminal justice system is corrupt and is gonna let him free, or maybe because he was a police cadet, they'll be like, we like this, he's a good kid. And the fact that they didn't shoot him 7 times, maybe that's the thing that everybody's upset about. Maybe that's the thing we need to do to create equality, is have everybody be shot when they get arrested. Everybody who gets arrested should be shot 7 times, right? Everybody just gets shot 7 times. That's as a matter of course, and that's just what we do. 1 second, I got a low battery. Okay, back. All right, so where was I? Oh, yeah. Everyone arrested should be shot 7 times. That should just be what we do now, And what if we just made it like a ritual? What if it was like a thing, and the cops were in on it, And what if okay, so Kyle Rittenhouse, instead of just taking him in, and this goes for like Dylan Roof and there's all those school shooters and the shooters, fucking movie theater shooter guy and Aurora, that guy, like all those kids, okay, all of them, they should be made, they should be handcuffed, they should be put on the ground, right, and then everybody kneels, right, all the protesters, all the cops, everybody kneels, okay. And then he's shot 7 times ritualistically in the back. I don't know what that was. That was probably, maybe it was a silencer. Well, what it is a special gun that's non-lethal. It's a new special, so instead of pew, it's like okay, so it's like, I don't know. I think we can really invent a bullet that's maybe slower, like a bit slower, so it doesn't kill you. Anyways, you shot 7 times, and that's what we did. And then everybody cheers, and then they go, defund the police. And then even the cops go, defund the police. Defund the police. And everybody's happy, right? Everybody's happy. Kyle Rittenhouse has been shot 7 times in the back. We throw him in the car, and then we go out. And maybe that's because what are the chances that the cops are going to actually stop shooting us? Right? Or stop shooting people at all. They're not going to stop. They're just so why don't we just encourage them to shoot everybody? Just shoot just stop. Like I get it. It sucks, man. It's it's inequality. There's inequality out there, right? Like certain people get shot and other people don't, and that's fucked up, right? And we can see it. It's the hypocrisy is obvious. It's glaring, right? And so fine. It's too much to ask to just not shoot anybody. In an ideal world, no one would be shot. Everything would be peaceful. No one would get hurt. There's no risks. Okay, that would be but it's not an ideal world, and I understand that. So how about this? How about you just shoot everybody? How about everybody gets shot? Just shoot everyone. Like just fucking, when you get arrested, they got you. Poo. They shoot you. Okay, that's what they did. They shoot you with this special gun. They have a special. It goes. It's not as fast as a regular gun. And so they shoot you, right, 7 times. And then they book you. That's how they do it. That's how everybody gets shot. So it's like shoot everybody. Just shoot everybody. And then even if they get shot, they don't die. They don't die. I mean, it probably does suck and it will hurt, but they won't die. And I think that could really do a lot for our society. Maybe it will bring some equality. You know what I'm saying? I think we should really do that. I think we could really work as a country on non-lethal bullets, right? And I know you're saying we already have rubber bullets. We already have beanbag guns or whatever. No, but that stuff sucks, okay? Fuck that stuff, all right? And you can still kill someone with rubber bullet, okay? The velocity, it's fast. Super fast, and it could still kill people. I'm talking about developing a bullet that works in the guns we have now, okay, that goes at, I don't know, subsonic speed, like just slower, just slow it down a touch, slow it down so it doesn't just, go right through a person or blow things up, just no hollow points, just like a bullet that just gets in there, and then, they could just dig it out. It doesn't go all the way. It's, you know what I mean? Yeah. We can't figure that out. With all the technology in the world, we have all of the world's knowledge at our fingertips. We can't do that. We're in 7 wars. We can't pull back on one of those. That'll save us like, billions of dollars. We can't use those billions, to fucking research this. We can dump trillions into Wall Street to save it, the financial markets from tanking, but we can't dump $1 trillion into figuring out how to get some non-lethal bullets so that everybody can just finally be at peace and it just gets shot equally. Everybody can just be shot equally. Okay, we can all shoot each other. No one will die. All right? Can we be happy then? Right? Because I think guns are the greatest equalizer, right? The guns are the greatest equalizer. I think, one of the things everybody's like, we should get rid of all the guns. Get rid of them all. But that's never going to happen. How's that going to, if you get rid of all the guns, someone else is going to have them, and then it'll be like, in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In this case, the one-eyed man has a gun, right? And he's shooting all the blind people, and they have no idea where to go because they're blind, and he's just shooting them, okay? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Because that's what will happen. So obviously, the solution is to arm everyone. Everyone should have a gun, all right? Everyone should have a gun. So that's what the left needs to embrace. The left needs to embrace that, we all should have guns. It's the greatest equalizer because a gun allows a little old lady, okay, to shoot a big, scary man, okay? That's what it allows you to do. I mean, guns are pretty communist in that way, right? It allows the weak or whatever to be just as strong as a strong person. It upends nature. It actually creates equality. It's forced equality. Right? It's forced. You got to do what I say now. You pull a gun out, you get someone to do whatever, and that's all the authority you need is that gun. Right? So there you go. That's it. So, hey, maybe the left should just embrace just to get the guns. Look, you want to smash the patriarchy? Guns will do it. To get a bunch of guns, that'll fucking smash it. Right? Everything you want to accomplish, everything that's ever been accomplished in the past couple centuries has been because a bunch of people with guns. Okay? Has there really been a time where people were like, okay, we won't have any guns and do something. Maybe Gandhi, kind of, but that was, there's a lot of history behind that. I'm sure a lot of warfare too. Like, I don't think it was just that it was a nonviolent revolution. I think a lot of Indians died because of that nonviolent revolution. Like the British still, the way they got India, colonized it, was with guns, and they had to kill their way out of it too. You know what I mean? They had to kill their way out of everything, the whole world, right? Because might makes right, and that's what guns do, right? But if everybody had one, then what? Then it's no one's mighty, right? Everybody has a gun. We're all capable of just, a polite, right? It's all an armed society is a polite society. Well, what if everybody was armed, right? How polite would we be? It would be like Japan. Everything would be just like Japan. Everybody would be bowing, and everything would be so nice. Hello. And, well, it'll probably be, from what I hear of Colorado, a combination of incredibly polite and incredibly shooty. People would shoot each other. And now we're back to the non-lethal bullets. See? And that's why we need American ingenuity to come up with non-lethal bullets, guys. That's what we need. Okay? Look, cops are shooty. Everybody's shooty. We need non-lethal bullets. I think that's the thing. That's the key here. Okay? So, this has been, I don't know, I guess an incredibly shooty episode. I mean, are there going to be gun battles in the street? Is that what there's enough guns in the country. Everybody's fucking locked down. Everybody's bored. Everybody's fucking activated by politics. So it's all binary. Everybody thinks they're in a war. Everybody's been talking about civil war. Everybody's LARPing like there is one. Are we going to just do it? People are just going to do it? Well, then just do it, I guess. I don't know. You do it. I don't know. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just imagining a hypothetical situation in which if everybody was armed, maybe there would be some kind of equalizing factor there. Maybe that would do something. If anything, people being armed is probably the last bastion of freedom. Okay? That's, comedy. They're coming for comedy. They're taking it all down. Comedy is going to be gone. They're going to bulldoze the comedy store, Like, it's going to be gone. But maybe the last bastion of freedom is really people with guns. Like, everybody. There's got to be. I don't know. I'm not the first one who's talked about this, but just think about it. Like how, people are always like, oh, do you think you could hold off against the cops and the fucking militarized police and the drones and whatever? But who has? Afghanistan, right? Pakistan, Somalia, Libya, Syria, Iraq. I don't know where else we've droned. I think we droned Nigeria a bit. I don't know. Yemen. 7 countries. 7 countries were fighting. They're resisting us using conventional weaponry. It's not like they have fucking drones too, right? Okay, so it's possible. That's why maybe we should arm everyone. Arm everyone. If you want freedom, if you want change, freedom, or stability, the key seems to just be guns, just guns, right? I mean, it seems to be the answer. At least that's what we got going on here in this country. So I don't know. I don't have a gun. I don't think I'm going to get one until maybe I go hunting or something. I don't know. Maybe I should get one. Maybe this is just me convincing myself to get one. I don't know. Who has the time, to go through all this stuff? But you guys obviously had the time to sit and listen this far, so thank you so much for listening to the Rojan King Cast. Please follow me, online on the Instagram, on the Twitter. Go to my website, rojankim.com. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Apple, Google, all the podcast places. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Until next time. Goodbye.